Now, let's talk more specifically about the invitation process. So I like baseball. I grew up playing baseball. I was a catcher, and I loved it. At one point, I thought that was what I was going to do, just like any young boy growing up. Thought, hey, man, I'm going to be a professional baseball player. So I'm going to use the baseball diamond as the analogy, okay? So here we've got first base over here. I'm not an artist, by the way, and let's go up here to second base. And then let's go down here to third base. And we've got home. So let's talk about a batter stepping up to the plate for a moment. If you understand the game of baseball, if you step up to the plate with the intention to try and hit a home run, meaning you're swinging for the fences, you're going to strike out 9 out of 10 times. You might get a hold of one, but you're going to strike out 9 out of 10 times. On the other hand, if you step up to the plate with the intention just to get on first base, you're still going to put some out of the park, but now your batting averages are going to come up. You might be hitting 300, 400. 400 is pretty high, but let's say that you're batting in the 300s, which, by the way, 3 out of 10, if you're batting in the 300s, you're on the all-star team. You make it to the pros. So even professional baseball players strike out 7 out of 10 times or get out 7 out of 10 times. So the objective is just to get over here on first base, okay? Just to get over here. And I call this piquing people's interest. Where does that come from? Comes from having conversations with people. And I have conversations a number of different ways, okay? I'm going to give you 3 different examples. I do it in person. So, I ask people, what are you currently doing, or do you currently take supplements? Here's the thing, asking questions is the key, right? You got to learn to ask the right questions. And there's a million questions that you can ask. Hey, listen, are you open right now to other streams of income? Are you making more money than you can spend right now? It's one of my favorite questions. Hey, Michael, you making more money than you can spend? Michael would go, no, but I wish I was. Cool. You open to making more money? He'd say, yeah. I'd say, great. Listen, I got something that you need to take a closer look at. It's one way to pique people's interest. There's no one size fits all. Everybody is a little bit different here. So, in person, depending on the nature of the relationship, if it's somebody that's close to me, I'm just going to say, hey, listen, are you open right now to other streams of income? I have something that you need to take a closer look at. Or I'll ask them, let me ask you a question. It's one of my favorite questions. I've been using this a ton right now. If all things were equal, if you had the choice between a custom, tailor-made designer suit that was made just for you, I'm talking about when you wear it, you feel like $1 million, or an okay, off-the-shelf suit that maybe doesn't fit you perfectly in all the right places, but it gets the job done, which would you prefer? 100% of the time, people say designer suit. I say, well, listen, let me ask you another question. Would you rather have an okay, off-the-shelf supplement or nutrition that's designed for the masses, or something that is designed based on your own DNA, customized just for you, with a possible 400 million different combinations? No 2 are the same, and one of them is yours. If all things were equal, which one would you choose? They're always going to say, well, I definitely choose the customized nutrition. Great, then I have something that you need to see. So it always starts with asking questions. Piquing interest is pretty simple if you just learn to ask the right questions. Are you happy? Write these 3 questions down. Are you happy? Do you have a plan in place to give you everything that you want in life? So are you happy? Okay, are you happy? Do you have a plan in place to give you everything you want in life? And if not, would you like to see one? That doesn't have to sound so robotic, but are you happy? Do you have a plan in place to give you everything you want in life? If not, would you like to see one? I'll give you an example of what that might sound like. So I'm traveling in the Salt Lake City airport one day, come down the escalator there, and right on the right-hand side, there's a restaurant. I go to sit down, waiting for my plane to come. And this waiter comes out, this young man, and so we start talking a little bit, and I just asked him, how long have you worked here? And he tells me that he's worked there for a couple of years. And I says, really? A couple of years? Man, you must like what you do. Do you enjoy working here? And he says, man, no, I don't. I hate it. I have to fight traffic every single day to come to work. Once I get to work, I have to go through security every single day. It's a nightmare. He says, really? What's your ideal situation look like, right? So that was my way of, first of all, asking, are you happy? Do you enjoy what you do? Do you like working here? what's your ideal situation look like? Well, I have a communications degree. I'd love to put that to work, he says to me. I says, really? Communications degree? He says, yeah, but I can make more money here than I can right now with the jobs that are available for me by just going out and getting that degree. I says, interesting. Well, let me ask you a question. What else would you do? He says, well, I'd love to travel. I'd love to put my degree to work and I'd love to travel. And I says, okay, so do you have a plan in place that's going to allow you to be able to do those things? He says, well, I'm working on it, which means what? Guys, when somebody says I'm working on it, what does it mean? It means, no, I don't have a plan yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm open, I'm looking, but I don't have a plan. I says, well, do you have a plan in place to be able to accomplish that goal, to be able to travel, connect with people, put your communications degree to work? He says, well, I'm working on it. He says, well, let me ask you a question. If I could help you, right? See, I'm not selling now, I'm serving. Do you see the difference? If I could help you get out of this job that you don't like, put you into a situation where you could travel, create amazing life experiences with the people that you love and care about, and put that communications degree to work, would you be open to watching a short video that explains what I do? He says, 100% I would. I says, great. Listen, I need my bill. I've got to go catch my plane. I don't have any more time to go over it right now. Write your name and your information down, and I will share that information with you, and I will follow up in a couple of days. I think that you're bright and talented. I would love to have somebody like you in my business. I think that we could do something special together. Thanks so much. Got to go. Bye-bye. So there's a ton of different ways in person that you can pique people's interest. The key is just learning to ask the right questions. No one size fits all. There's some scripts that we're going to upload into the group today, Eric Worre scripts. And if you don't have them, if you're new, I encourage you to print these scripts out. So if you're watching this on replay, and if you're not part of our community, because this will also be posted in some other social media platforms, definitely join our team page, Üforia Legacy, and then download the scripts that we have under files, because those scripts, I would encourage you, even if you've been in the business for a while, if you don't have this lingo that just flows out of your tongue, if it's not yet memorized, then I would definitely print these scripts up and get them in front of you. And every time you go to make a call or text somebody, whatever the case might be, put an approach in place mentally before you reach out to them. And these scripts will help you formulate the perfect approach based on that individual. So we'll put those into the group. So those are some examples in person. Another way that I like to reach out to people is via text messaging, right? Text messaging, think about this. So if I called my son not too long ago, he didn't answer the phone. He texted me right back, said, what's up, Dad? I'm like, what's up is I need you to pick up the phone, dude, right? People today, they text versus calling because it's faster. You can cover more ground that way. And so you have to learn to utilize texting. I mean, I'm a big fan of belly-to-belly interaction. Nothing replaces belly-to-belly, but you do have to learn how to utilize technology to your advantage. And so for me, I like texting, and I use texting a lot, especially for my hot market. So for my hot market, I'll text a friend and just say, hey, listen, I have something really important to connect with you on today. When are you available? I'm setting the tone right from the very beginning, right? A sense of urgency is your best friend in network marketing. And so for me, I'm letting them know, look, we need to connect. When can you talk, right? Right from the very beginning. So, that's one way that I would use a text message. And when they call me, especially if it's a close friend, I'm just going to say, listen, I have something that you need to see. An opportunity has come across my desk. I believe that this will be the biggest story of 2019, and here's the best part. Nobody knows about it yet. Now, I say that for a couple of different reasons. Now, depending on who it is, I might go into more detail and I might not. That's usually enough right then and there. I always suggest that you're in a hurry, right? Michael talked about this yesterday. When you're in a hurry, think about the people that get things done, the movers and shakers of the world. It's the busiest people in the world. A lot of times, people are like, oh, I don't want to approach that person. They're so busy. They're so busy. Those are the people that you want to approach. Those are the people that are getting things done. And so for me, I think about who's the busiest person that I know, who's the most successful person that I know, who's entrepreneurial minded. Those are the people that I want in my business, right? Those are you can't motivate people. You have to go find motivated people. You can't teach motivation. It has to come from within. So for me, those are the people that I'm talking to. Those are the people that I'm going after. So, the key is I just want to pique their interest enough to get them to second base to watch a video, right? To get them to watch. And so sometimes, I'll pique their interest and I might share a 2-minute video with them right here. I might say, listen, I've got something that I want to share with you. I've got something that you need to see. So I might text them and say, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Are you open right now to other streams of income? I've got something that you need to see right away. Is it okay if I send it over? I always ask for permission first. I don't like spam, so I don't like to send somebody something without their permission first. So I don't get in people's inboxes and say, hey, listen, just joined this new company. It's launching right now. Here's a link. Check it out. There's a word for that. It's called spam, and there's no place for spam, not even food. Spam shouldn't even exist, especially spam when it comes to social media. So I always get permission first. My wife's laughing at me. Oh, maybe there's some spam fans out there. I'm sorry, but there's no place for spam meat in a can. I'm just telling you guys, there's just no place for it. So anyways, for me, I always ask for permission first. Hey, listen, I've got something that you need to see. Would it be okay if I send it over? And then you and I connect later today. It's very important. I need to get your opinion on this. But I'm always asking for permission before I send something. I don't like unsolicited approaches. Another thing that I don't like is I had somebody call me the other day, and they get on the phone with me, and they just go right into the pitch. And I literally found myself for 20 minutes, I'm on mute talking to Summer going, this guy won't stop. Like I told him, we talked for a little bit. I told him I was excited. I was launching something, and he just went into his pitch anyways. And 30 minutes later, he's still talking. And I'm like, you got to learn to ask questions, because what he should have asked is, are you open right now? Are you open to taking a look at other streams of income? Are you open right now to other opportunities? If somebody says, no, the timing's not right, that's okay. Just say, listen, would it be okay if I tap you on the shoulder in a couple of months if this thing takes off the way that I think it's going to? But don't just continue to go on and throw up on somebody. So again, for me, piquing interest can happen in person. It can happen with text messaging. Look, I've got something that you and I need to talk about as soon as possible. When are you available today? He might say, well, I'm available in an hour. Great, listen, I need you to watch this 2-minute video. I'm gonna call you in an hour. We need to talk about this. I think I found a way for you and I to make a tremendous amount of money over the next 12 months together. I'll call you in an hour. So my first step is just to pique their interest. Sorry, my little guy wants to get in on the conversation. So from there, what happens? The next one is to get them to the next exposure tool. So I'm using right now the Ron and Eric Worre video quite a bit. Me personally, I'm using the Eric Worre, Ron Worre video quite a bit. Why? Because I think Eric Worre brings a tremendous amount of credibility to the table. I'm especially using this if they are in network marketing. People understand and respect Eric. He's the top trainer in the world. The fact that video was filmed at his house, even if Ron, this was his first video that he ever did, and he may have come across a little bit nervous in this video, I still think he did a tremendous job. I think that he did an amazing job of talking about the vision of the company and what Uforia is all about, and ultimately the story and the messaging. And what I've heard over and over again is that he came across real and authentic and organic, and that's what people love about Ron. And so for me, I'm using this video as a second exposure, just getting him to second base. So my goal is, and finally, last week, how else do I pique people's interest? Facebook Messenger. I'm a Facebook Messenger ninja. I'm constantly talking to people on Facebook Messenger. Hey man, what's new? What's exciting in your world? How's business going? Let me ask you a question. Are you open right now? I love Facebook Messenger, and I'm going to share with you guys my $1 million tip with Facebook Messenger right now. Okay, this is how I am covering a lot of ground, and I'm separating myself from the competition. So most people, they're texting in Facebook Messenger. A lot of people just go at people and write this big, long, every day I get at least one person that writes like this long write-up about their company. You can tell it's copy and scripted, and they just go from one inbox to the next. Please don't do that. It doesn't work. So here's how you separate yourself. And I put this script in for the group, so it's under files. You can download this exact script. But here's what I did. So I started reaching out to people. When I first saw this, I reached out to Michael Zappia. And here's exactly what I did. So I went to the Facebook message recorder. Now, I'm gonna caution you, you only have 60 seconds. So it's easier to do this when you have a headset in, because then you can watch that bar going and you can know when you're gonna get cut off. Because you don't get a chance to redo these messages on Facebook. It's like once you record it, you can't go, oh, and curse and all this stuff and try to delete it, because it goes and it sends. So just know that. So you got to be well prepared. That's why I wrote the script out for you guys. So here's what I said. I says, hey, Michael, listen, I hope you and the family are doing well. Listen, I have come across, an opportunity has come across my desk that I am so excited about. I believe that this will be the biggest story of 2019. And here's the thing, nobody knows about it. And I say that for three reasons, Michael. The first reason is because the people that are involved. Ron Williams, been in the industry for 2 decades, started a company called Forever Green, has launched some of the most prolific products in network marketing, absolutely brilliant. And then you have Terry LaCour and LaCour Enterprises, who, if there's a LeBron James when it comes to back end, that's Terry LaCour. He's launched 2 companies in the last 5 years, both Prove It and Lavelle, that are doing $500 million a year in this industry. These 2 coming together is insane. And then, of course, you have Eric Worre, who has come on board to head up all of the training for our company. He's never done this before with any other company, which brings instant credibility. And boom, right about there, I'm done with my first 60 seconds. So then I go back and say, now, and not only are the people that are involved amazing, but Michael, we have a product, DNA Nutrition, that is unlike anything that you have ever seen before. And finally, when I said that nobody knows about it, just about 4 weeks ago, Ron and Eric actually filmed the launch video at Eric Worre's house. And we literally, no one even knows about this yet. So, I'd love to share that video with you. I would love to get your opinion if you're open to taking a closer look. And if it's interesting, then we'll hop on a call and chat. So I sent that in a message. Why did I do that? Number one, because if I get 10 messages in a day, if I get 50 messages in a day, but one of them is a voice message, I'm always going to listen to that voice message first. Number two, I wanted Michael to hear my voice. I wanted him to hear my excitement, but my sense of urgency. I didn't want to come across like I was hyping anything up, but I wanted him to hear me, right? There's nothing better than hearing someone's voice. There's a different connection level there. And number three, I wanted to get that information out. Think about that. If I typed all that out and sent that to Michael's inbox, what would that have looked like? It would have came across like spam, right? So this was a personalized message. Hey, Michael, man, I hope you are doing well and everything is going great with you. Listen, I don't even know if you're open right now to taking a look at other opportunities, but listen, you know what? Something's come across my desk that is keeping me up at night. And you know what? I firmly believe that this is going to be the biggest story of 2019. And here's the thing. Nobody even knows about it, Michael. I mean, nobody knows about it. Now, listen, I say that for 3 reasons. Boom, 1, 2, 3. The people that are involved, DNA Nutrition. And again, the timing of this thing, I mean, literally, we're about 12 days into this thing, Michael. So listen, just the other day, Eric Worre and Ron Williams, they filmed the announcement video for this company. And I happen to have a copy of that video. I would love to share it with you. I would love to get your opinion if you're open to at least taking a closer look. Now, what's my overall objective, you guys? What was I trying to accomplish? I was just trying to get enough, just to say enough that gets him to go, I'll take a look. Because I want you to think about this. Most of us, including me, we're not looking for any opportunities. I wasn't like out actively looking. I wasn't going from company to company. I wasn't looking at comp plans. Most people, when you see an opportunity, you recognize that opportunity, and the successful ones, they take action on it. And so for us, you just know when you know. And for me, the minute that I saw this and I really started to research it, I just knew that this was going to be a huge story. I knew it. I know this is going to be the biggest story of 2000. You guys mark my words. Watch, we'll go do $100+ million next year. People are going to go, what just happened? Right? What just happened? That's going to happen. I guarantee it. I already know. I can feel it. I've been there. I can tell by the energy. It's going to happen. So for me, all I was trying to do is get Michael to do what? Pique his interest enough to watch a video. Now, I didn't even use the 2-minute video. And I'll be honest with you guys, in the beginning, for me, I never even used the 2-minute video. I use that sometimes depending on the situation, if it fits the right situation. If I'm texting a lot, I don't want to send a 45-minute presentation to somebody over a text, so I might use it to pique people's interest. That was the first exposure that I used for the first 10 people that I sponsored here. Exactly that approach. Dan and Charity Schaefer. I knew they were not open. I knew that they were working on their other stuff right now. But here's the thing. If I would have just inboxed Charity and I said, hey, Charity, are you open right now to take a look at an opportunity? I know what she would have said. She would have said, you know what? Not open right now, Travis, but thank you so much for thinking of me. I didn't want to go that route. So what did I do? I recorded the message in her inbox. And you know what happened? And we've shared this on a couple of calls. Charity says to Dan, well, Should I tell them that we're not really interested? Dan's like, heck no, get the video. I want to see the video. They watch the video, and guess what? They're on fire right now. They're here. They're all in. They weren't looking. The timing wasn't right for them. The timing wasn't right for me. Forget about timing. Guys, the right people are going to show up along your journey if you are putting people in process.